Troy is revealed to be still alive and captured by the humans, locked in a cage and occasionally getting painful vaccines from them. However, with the help of a con artist dwarf shark named Ronnie, he manages to escape and decides to seek revenge on Pi. At the reef, Pi is a father and enjoying life on the reef with no sharks. But Troy and his band of goons arrive at the reef wall and threaten the fish that in 4 days the water will rise high enough for the sharks to swim over the reef wall. Nerissa tells Pi that he must but tries to train the other fish to defeat Troy this time. Meanwhile, Troy threatens Ronnie into following his orders by sabotaging Pi's training and tells him in exchange he will let Ronnie go. Ronnie disguises himself with a PSOF kelp as a wig and false dentures on his teeth. Witnessing Pi's disastrous training, Ronnie gets an idea. He announces that the fish put on an underwater extravaganza, saying every fish has a special skill, and by doing that, they will attract humans to protect them from the sharks. Everybody but Pi is enlightened by Ronnie's plan. When Pi confronts Nerissa about this, Nerissa suggests that Ronnie perhaps offers something you haven't, like a chance to prove themselves. Pi retorts that he tried to train them, to which Nerissa responds, I suggested that you teach them to be the best they can be, not to be you. He then shows Pi an image of the legendary sea dragon, which those who control it must be worthy to command it. When Pi asks him if he's ever tried summoning the sea dragon, Nerissa responds, many times. Pi gets an idea to create a shark trap to catapult Troy out of the sea and orders the two to get him supplies. When Pi and his son Junior set up the trap, Pi orders Bart and Eddie to guard the grotto. However, Ronnie overhears Pi's trap and Troy orders him to destroy it. So Ronnie tricks the reef fish that he needs a clam for his talent show, and the reef fish soon suddenly race towards the grotto and destroy the shark trap. Bart and Eddie report the disaster to Pi. When Pi furiously confronts Ronnie, Cordelia defends him, saying that Ronnie believes in them the way they are and Pi didn't. Pi leaves sadly. The next day, Troy and his goons ambush Pi and the evil shark threatens the fish that he's gonna destroy the reef tomorrow, and that, shame, you're gonna miss it. Troy bares his teeth. But Nerissa arrives from behind Troy and uses a sandstorm to make Pi literally disappear from the sharks. Troy, frustrated, orders his goons to move out. Later, Troy orders Ronnie to bring Cordelia outside the reef at sunset. When Ronnie succeeds, Troy exposes Ronnie's disguise to Cordelia, much to her horror. But Ronnie, having grown to love the reef and the inhabitants, tries to explain himself, but Troy kidnaps Cordelia. Deciding that Ronnie had outlived his usefulness, Troy decides to let him go. Pi lies in pain in Nerissa's shipwreck when they hear a noise. They see Bart and Eddie having captured Ronnie when he's exposed as a shark and bring him to Pi. But Ronnie remorsefully tells Pi that Troy was forcing him and that he'll help Pi get Cordelia back from Troy. Pi, Nerissa, Bart, and Eddie decide to give the remorseful dwarf shark a second chance. While Pi frees Cordelia, Ronnie blocks the hench shark's path, telling them to stand up to Troy. Unfortunately, Troy had overheard and furious with Ronnie's betrayal, Troy gobbles the little dwarf shark up in one gulp. Meanwhile, as the other fish try to prepare for the shark battle, Nerissa enters a mysterious volcano to summon the sea dragon. And mysterious powers flow around the turtle as he summons the mysterious dragon. Troy and his sharks attack the reef, as many fish outsmart them. Troy bites Pi and subdues him, but before he can kill him, Nerissa shows up with his powerful sea dragon and blasts the other sharks. But Troy sneaks up from behind the turtle and knocks him off the dragon, causing it to dissolve away. Troy then prepares to hurt Nerissa, but Pi throws a water ball at him, and Troy returns his attention to his soul nemesis and gives chase to him. Eventually Pi, Cordelia, and Junior use the shark trap to eat Troy and send him flying out of the sea and back to the ship. As the humans approach the defeated shark, Ronnie flies out of Troy's mouth and back into the sea. The humans then use another vaccine on Troy and he screams in pain, which the fish don't hear underwater. As all the fish celebrate the defeat of Troy, Nerissa congratulates Pi for becoming a true leader. Pi and the gang thank Nerissa for risking his life for all of them, to which the turtle responds, "It was my part to play." Nerissa then dances with the other fish. Just as a fully redeemed Ronnie joins the party.